This video will teach you how to use dialogue tags in the middle of a speaker's words. We're going to use Nimona by Noelle Stevenson as our text.
Nimona is this spunky little superhero wannabe, and she wants to apprentice herself or become an assistant to the evil dude Ballister Blackheart. So here's Nimona sort of applying for a job interview. Nimona says, "You're Ballister Blackheart, the biggest name in supervillainy. You're an inspiration." And Ballister Blackheart says, "Yes, well, I don't need a sidekick." Nimona replies, "Oh, come on, everyone has a sidekick these days."
Now we're going to put dialogue tags in the middle of the person's words. They say some words, then there's a speaker tag, and the same person keeps talking. This rule has two versions. How you punctuate and capitalize depends on whether there's a tag between two sentences or whether the tag splits one sentence and then the same sentence continues on the other side of the tag. Let's look at this in action. Here's the tag at the beginning, and we want to move it into the middle. First, we need to decide where a good natural break would be. I see one between the two sentences. I'm going to move the tag to the place where the red bar is. I start with the idea that now I'm just writing a sentence with a dialogue tag at the end. I use the same rules as a dialogue tag at the end. So I have the exclamation point, and then I put the dialogue tag at the end. Then I simply add the second sentence in quotation marks without any tag and without any changes to capitalization and punctuation. So this way is easy. Just use the rules you already know for tags at the end, then tack on the second sentence in quotes afterwards. So there's a period after the tag, and the second sentence starts with a capital letter. It's only a tiny bit trickier when the dialogue tag splits one sentence. We still want to find a natural pausing place where we can split the sentence, but let's pause in the middle of Nimona's sentence. Let's put it here. We could say, "You're Ballister Blackheart," Nimona cooed. So far, it's just like we have a dialogue tag at the end, but we haven't finished our sentence. And because the sentence isn't actually over, we're going to put a comma after the dialogue tag, then put the rest of the sentence in quotation marks and start it with a lowercase letter because it's the middle of Nimona's sentence. The word "the" is not capitalized in the cartoon panel, and it's not capitalized here because it's the middle of her sentence. So let's look at it again. Remember, the rules depend on whether the dialogue tag splits two sentences said by the same speaker or whether it splits in the middle of one sentence. So if we continue on in the panel, Ballister says, "Yes, well," Ballister began, "I don't need a sidekick." In the panel right here, it's all one sentence. And so I'm going to put a comma right there after "well" and a comma after the dialogue tag. I do start the quote with a capital letter only because the pronoun I is always capitalized. This would be lowercase if it weren't required to be capitalized just because it happens to be the word I. And moving on. "Oh, come on," retorted Nimona. "Everyone has a sidekick these days." In the panel, right here, Nimona has two different sentences. We can see that the letter E in everyone is capitalized, and there's an exclamation point after "come on." So I've replicated that here in the written text. "Oh, come on!" exclamation point, retorted Nimona, period. We have the exclamation point because we need it to read. We always have the dialogue tag lowercase, and we have a period after Nimona because "oh, come on" was a complete sentence. Then we have a capital letter to start the second part of the quote because it's a new sentence the speaker is saying.